Hey everybody, it's Carla. Welcome to the Happy Bookmaker. And I hope you had a great holiday weekend here in the States. We have Memorial Weekend this weekend. I'm actually recording this on Memorial Day. And it's beautiful, beautiful weather and really enjoying it. So today, I've got some really fun stuff to talk about. So where to start? One of the things we're gonna do is we are gonna do the front, maybe the most important layout of the red Toile junk journal. And it's going to kind of set the tone for the rest of the book. So we're going to do just one layout for that. And it's going to take a little bit longer because I'm doing kind of a special notebook. And I bought something that I've been kind of putting off. And maybe some of you probably guessed by the thumbnail or the title of the video. But so I went into a craft store. I was in the neighborhood. I happen to live way on the opposite side of town. So when I'm over in that area, I just pop in to see, like, you know, are there any cool stamps on sale? And there wasn't any on sale, but I did find these two really pretty stamps that will fit in with our French and flower themed journal. Unfortunately, not on sale. But as I came out of the stamp aisle, just glaring in front of my face, which I had never seen before in there, was, you guessed it, the crocodile. And I tried not to look at it. I was like, I really don't need it. I have the awl. I love the awl. I have my own little punches. But I got to tell you guys, oh, hold on a second. As I looked a little closer, look what I saw. And I mean, really, I couldn't pass it up. Like, I couldn't pass it up. And I knew I was going to buy one eventually anyway. And I thought, you know, it was meant to be. I've never even seen one there. And here I always thought it was the crocodile. Well, it's the which makes sense. It's the crocodile. So I kind of played with it a little bit. It's going to be really cool. I'm probably not going to use it today. I don't really have a need to, but definitely going to be using that. So yes, I broke down and got it, but I wouldn't have if it wasn't such a good deal. Okay. And another thing, I finally did it. Something else. I booked my vacation. So I did a video a little while back and I said, you know, I really need a vacation. And I did some little travel folders, travel organizers, these little guys. So I'm just going to ask you, where do you think I'm going? And I'll tell you something, it's one of these. So it's Hawaii, one of the Hawaiian islands, one of the Disney resorts, or anywhere else. Which is pretty broad. So I'm actually going in a couple of weeks. I'm so excited. I've never planned anything that quick before. Usually I'm like months into it planning, but I didn't want to get into the really hot summer months. So I planned it. And if you have any ideas, let me know in the comments where you think I'm going. But I will, I'll let you know when we get a little bit closer. So that's that. Super excited for that. Okay, let's start our layout for today. Okay, so again, I always like to start with some kind of a focal point or just something to kind of get the idea rolling, you know. And I had this little piece, this might sound silly, this little piece left from our, oh, let's look at it again, our Eiffel Tower layout, which I love so much. I love it. So I had this little piece left over. And it was just sitting there and I thought, you know, this would be a great kind of pocket. And it's a little heavier, so I can put maybe a little bit heavier notebook in it. So kind of ideal for this situation. So I am going to, we're going to age it up. We're going to do a little inking on it. I'm going to lay it down right here, right before, I don't know if you can tell, like the seam is right along here. So I'm going to place it in here. Obviously, I'm only going to glue along, I'm going to glue up along the side and along this short side. And then I'm going to do a little pretty notebook, a mini notebook or notepad. And we're going to stick it in this pocket. And then we're going to just do some pretty France and flower themed images over on this side. So, okay. So I think what we're going to do first, let's get this little guy ready to go. Let's get them inked up and down. I also feel like I need to put a little tiny bit, just a little dab of glue in here, because it's not like, I mean, it would be fine if I wasn't putting a pocket here, but what I don't want is when I'm trying to put the notepad in there, that it's going to get caught on this little bit of fabric here. It's not hurting anything. It's perfectly fine, but I really don't want it to get caught on that. So let's do that. I think it would be okay anyway. I probably worry too much. So there's that. Okay, let's get our little guy inked up. Let's see, I might have to squirt my pad here. My very favorite vintage photo. And I hope you all had a good weekend and a good week last week. Oh, by the way, so I will be gone about 4 days, about 3.5. And don't worry, we will not be missing any videos, because I'm going to double up and I'm going to do enough to cover that week and get them scheduled. So we won't miss anything, because we have so much to do, not only in this journal, but there's other things that I want to do too. And at some point you might get bored with our lovely red toile here and want to see something else. So we're going to keep going. They make it really easy to, schedule, to do, videos ahead of time and schedule them. So why not take advantage of that? And I just don't want to miss out on anything. Okay. So maybe even go all the way up to here. I want this to be down really good. I mean, there's always like the danger of things getting caught on these little things, but we'll just have to deal with that. So I'm just going to press this down right against that. Yeah, maybe just a little bit higher. So you see it's, I'll be able to close the book nicely. It's not getting stuck in that crease. Yeah. That is just, gosh, that is so pretty. And it's bringing in some of the red from the toile, and then, this just all really melds nicely together, I think. I think that that's pretty good. I mean, Fabri-Tac is really, really great for fabric, obviously, due to the name. I guess that would make sense. Just a little bit more here. Sometimes I get too much and it all oozes out, but I can always go back in and add more. Okay, so let's move on to the little notebook. So the size of my notebook, or our notebook, is based obviously on what's going to fit in this pocket. So let's see if I can get my fingers in here now. Okay, all right. So let's see if this is going to fit. Obviously I did this a little ahead of time to save us a little time. Oh yeah, see, it is getting kind of stuck on that. But it's going to be fine. It's going to stick just like that. It's going to stick out just like that. I think this is going to be good. It could actually come down a little bit more. So I might actually put a little bit more glue here to hold it. And so this will be the size of our little notebook. And these are just spare pages that I had, coffee dyed. This one was, I don't know, it had some kind of stamping on that would rubbed off from another image. These are just plain, like those kids sketch pads. No, this is regular paper. This is the kids sketch pad. And then I've got just a little leftover image of an Eiffel Tower that I printed just to look at, just to see how it was going to look. And so that's going to be the center of our book. Now I don't want this to get too thick, so I've got, what, 4 pages? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's going to be 10 little pages in our little mini notebook, which is perfectly fine, I think. So let's do our favorite little inking. We're going to go around this page a little. And I'm mean, it's all ready. This is a coffee dyed digital image. So, and this is one that I dyed after I printed, and it's beautiful. I don't know. The coffee dyeing gods were with me that day, and they decided to leave. Okay, so let's scooch this out of the way for a second. And I'm going to do just a tiny bit of inking on these pages. Just a little bit on the edges. And so these right now, due to the size of my pocket, which this might be out of your frame, but it's about 5.5 by a little over 4. And so that is obviously what I cut the cover to, which is made out of just nothing but a piece of scrapbook cardstock. And it is two-sided. It's a two-sided image or two-sided paper. However, I don't care for this. I just don't like it. I mean, I would like it in another layout, but I don't care for it for this. So we're going to be covering this with antique French dictionary pages. So it's going to be, we're going to really zhuzh it up. It's going to be really pretty. Okay, so just a little bit. And I'm not really going to do anything else on the inside because it is just supposed to be a little extra notebook for, you know, journaling or whatever the person wants to do. Hey, and thanks again, you guys, for watching and your lovely comments and the subscribing. Like, I can't even believe how fast it's going. I'm like, I check it in the mornings and it's like, wow. There must be a lot of night owls, by the way, but, oh, I suppose, you know, depending on the country you're in too. But I am just happily surprised and very grateful and humbled. And so I don't want to forget to say it. So thank you very much, you guys. You just make my day. So, okay. And we're going to do, I thought about doing a sewed signature or sewn signature, and I could have used my crocodile. However, this is going to fit perfectly in my stapler, so that we can have a staple book, which I just love doing those. So since it fits, you know, let's do it that way. And I have a really cool piece of brown paper. It's actually like brown paper. Well, it's the stuff that they put in boxes for filling, and it's like perforated. And I thought, you know, this would really be a really cool spine for my book to cover up those staples. So, okay. Oh, we got to do this little guy too. Yeah, we got to do all of this ahead of time because we're going to staple it all together. So let's do that. This has already kind of got some, just in the design, this really cool sort of antiquing on the edges. This is one of my favorite patterns. I've used it in a couple other books. I think this is my last sheet. I might have to go buy more, but I shouldn't because I have so much scrapbook paper. Way too much. Okay, so let's get all this stuff out of the way, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Let's get our little pages here. So these are the 1877 French dictionary pages, and I'm gonna let's see, I'm gonna lay it down so that, yeah, wait a minute, yeah, no, okay, yeah, so it's 557, 558, 561, so it's gonna kind of go in order. Not that it matters, but it'll almost be like, you know, kind of flanking the notebook pages, the signature. So I do have to obviously cut these down, and then we're gonna glue them. Let's see. Might have to, well, let's see. Let's cut these both at the same time. And they're gonna be cut to about there. However, I don't want to cut the book. Okay. Oh, I also don't want to cut off these words if I can help it. Let's cut to the end of that, and then I might have to trim the top. I'm trying not to cut off any of the words. Get out our craft knife. Be very careful. And let's see where we're at. I mean, I know it looks kind of goofy because it's way down at the bottom, but this is just our book cover, so inside cover. Oh, so close. So very close. Okay, I have to cut off just a teeny tiny bit of the top, and then we'll do a little inking because unfortunately I have to cut off, oh, I hate to do that. I have to cut off some of the, or do I? Should I just cut off some of the words down here? I hate to cut off that beautiful aging up on top. Let's just go down here. I'll probably put an image on here anyway. So it won't be, oh, see, my blade must be getting a little dull. Then it dry, oh no. Look what I did. No, 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 no. Oh dear, okay. Okay, we gotta fix that. So this is probably gonna end up being shorter, but that's okay. We can fix it. We can fix it. How did I do that? Wow. Okay, very carefully. I think I went too fast and it just shredded it. Okay, well, we're definitely not too long now, but we will figure something out. I mean, that isn't even really such a bad thing. I'm gonna ink around it anyway, so I don't know, I might leave it. Okay, first of all, let's get it, but I think it's just a tad bit too long here because we don't want it to run into the seam. I should have changed this out right before. Boy, it was fine just a second ago. It's crazy. Okay, all right. So now let's do a little inking and then a little gluing. And I'm just really gonna ink like crazy around the edges, and that way it's, you know, you're not even gonna notice that. I have a bunch more of these. I could definitely get out a couple more pages, but I just don't think it's necessary when we have lots of other ways to handle that. You know, you gotta roll with the punches. You just never know what's gonna happen. Okay. 57, 58. I mean, I don't know why it matters because it's going to be covered up. I don't know why I had that in my mind. Okay, so this is very thin, but this should still, oh, it's getting a little plugged, Maybe I should look at this guy. This is Fabric Fix, which most places around here don't actually have, most craft stores, but I did find a little one at Hobby Lobby. But for some reason in Colorado, and I mentioned this before, we have Fabri-Tac everywhere, but not Fabri-Fix, but they are the same thing according to the ingredients and, you know, what other people say. And, oh, somebody made a wonderful comment about another glue that was really good. Oh, I can't remember what it was. Oh, so, oh, I'll have to look that up and mention it next time. And it's one that I don't think I've even ever heard of, but she said it was really good and easier and better for paper. And so I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna try that. I'm sorry, I can't remember what it was. If I would have thought to look it up beforehand, I would be able to tell you. Okay, so we're gonna lay this down. And boy, it went down in a hurry. I mean, honestly, I could even just trim the entire, I might do that, and then trim our little signature a little bit. That would be very easy to do. Oops. Okay, 61. Yeah, it doesn't matter because you are not even gonna see that. Okay. Yeah, it looks like I've got some issues with both of my glues today. Hold on one second. We need one of our little wipes. You know, it's very dry here, and it doesn't take long for things to get all, you know, mucked up. And I do try to cover them right away, but, you know, it happens. It happens. Okay, lay this little guy down. Try to even it up with that and bring it out to the edge. And it's, boy, it's down. It's down. Let's see. Yeah, I am. I'm gonna break down and, oh, that'll dry, it'll dry. I'm gonna break down and cut that because it's a little bit too much. I mean, I can ink it, but it's a little bit too much to ink. And I'm not too worried about this because our signature is going to lay wherever I put that. Oh, right here. It's gonna lay right over it and it's gonna be stapled in there. So not concerned about that at all. Okay, so let's go back to this. And please, little guy, maybe I should break that off. Let's see here. Let's do it. So take, I have a needle nose plier here. Apparently there's another way to do it, but I've never been able, like with something attached to the craft knife. I've never been able to figure it out. Okay, and I have glasses on, so snap. Now I'm gonna put this over here and later I'm gonna wrap it in a piece of tape or something because I can see myself, you know, trying to wipe off the table and getting myself with it. Okay, this is actually probably gonna be better because you know how we were a little bit snug in that pocket. Put you out a little bit more. There. Oh, and it did it again. You know what? I think it's just this paper. However, I'm kind of okay with that. It kind of makes it look older. Okay, let's just go with it. I don't know what's going on. Like, brand new blade. I don't know. I think it's just meant to be, maybe. I don't know. Press it hard. Now it's not going to do it on this side, right? No, it didn't. I don't know. I don't know. We're going to go with it. Okay. I've got a little bit sticking out here. Just going to cut that off. I mean, I would be okay if each side did that. Well, now this one kind of did a little bit. Isn't that funny? Because I like how old that looks. I love that. Let's do a little bit more glue along our little seam here. Yeah, it's so thick right now. That down. This is why we're only doing one layout today because of the notebook. And I mean, it's not difficult to do, but you know, there's just a little bit more involved in it because not only do we have to do the pages, we got to decorate it. We got to decorate the outside. Okay, a little inking. I think I'm just going to leave that like that. A little more inking. Inking. Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah. Okay. Make it nice and old looking. Okay. So now I'm going to go over this again since I cut it. And we'll have to trim our signature just a little hair. And then we can go on and put them in there. Okay. Oh, well, I'm more than a little hair, but I think that that's fine. So, but it fits perfectly this way. So So we've got about, yeah, we're at about a little bit over 1/4 inch. And so it's better if it's a little under, obviously, probably, than a little over. Oh, we're a little crooked. I could measure, but this is, I mean, these are 1/4 inch. I think they're 1/4 inch, it's a 1/4 inch grid. Now let's see, are you gonna work for this? If it doesn't, I know that it's just those old papers. I mean, you know, 1877. Okay, and a little more inking. Okay, and how does she fit? Oh, that's good. It's perfect. Okay. All right, so our handy dandy stapler. I love the stapler. And I'm just gonna go in, and I made sure that, well, now it's really gonna fit even better, that we could reach the center with the staples. Oh, do I have a binder clip handy? That would be nice. Just to kind of keep this in, keep it in line. I'm gonna keep it in line. Don't you be a rebel. No, you stay in line. Okay, so now we're just gonna slip this in here, and I'm gonna do it so that, you know, the sharp edges are gonna be on the outside, but it's gonna be covered with that like brown paper. So I'm gonna do 3, and I'm just, you know, lining this up right, it fits exactly. Lining it up right on the seam. 1, 2, and 3. Ta-da! Okay. Yeah. I love it. Just for funsies. Where did I go? Let's do a little bit of, this is just really white paper. It's not even coffee dyed, so I'm just going to give it a little zhuzhing here. I mean, what a lovely little notebook to write in. Okay, let's cover up our spine with our other sheet. No, there it is. Okay. So it needs to be probably a good inch wide. I mean, I'm just going to eyeball it. So something like, maybe right around here. Yeah. Let's just fold it over, and then I'll trim it. And I like having this little ruffled piece here. It gives it a little charm. Okay. I'll just trim this little puppy off, and it's just gonna fold around there. I'm gonna glue it really well. Yeah, it's a little thicker at the top. That's okay. So I have to cut a lot of this off anyway. And I will do a little inking on it. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Well, maybe I will trim that just a hair, just a tad. So it's not so obvious. Usually this is the part where you really mess up. It's like, I should have just left it alone. But we'll see here. I think it'll be okay. The more I try to fix things, like, it seems like the worse they get. Okay. And we're gonna cut it off right about to here. We're not too exacting here. Okay. Close that up. And let's do a little bit of inking on here. Just something, I don't know, something fun and kind of warm about working with this brown craft paper or paper bags, or like I said, this was just like the filling in a box in an order that I got. And there's just something kind of cozy about it. I like it. And that's gonna go just like that. Yay. Okay. Okay. Now you need to cooperate. You need to cooperate, bub. Okay. Maybe there's something with the barometric pressure today. I don't know. I'm just having, the glue does not want to cooperate. It just seems so thick. Okay, and we're not done with it yet. We got more to do. Definitely got to try out that other one. Okay, sorry you guys, it's taking so long. I always think these little notebooks are quick and easy, and they are, but they always seem to take just a little bit longer than I think they're going to take. Okay. All right. Okay, I like that. All right. So now what we're going to do for the cover of our little book is we're going to do this little digital print, again from Graphics Fairy, and I think I'm just going to age it up a little bit, and you know, and ink it up a little bit, and stick her on down. There's not a lot of room here to do much else, and then we're going to give it a little flower to fit in with our France and flower theme. Okay, yeah, maybe a little bit more even. I really want it to pop up against this pink. I just love these images. It's amazing what you can find when you just put a word in the search bar. Oh yeah, I really like that. That's really pretty. Okay. Here we go again with the glue, Let's try this one this time. Let me wipe this off. And you might hear noises around here today. There's somebody else home working in the garage, so if you hear any banging. Did I tell you I'm also doing a community garage sale 2 days before I leave on my trip? So yeah, I got that to worry about now. Well, I don't know why I do this to myself, but you know, that's when it is, and I wanted to be part of it so I can get rid of some old stuff, and you know, maybe I'll have some extra cash on my trip, right? There's that little guy. Oh, I love it. And let's put this little flower down. Oh, I got two glues open. That actually really helped this a lot. It's working just fine now. Okay. I'll just like pop that little guy right there. So pretty. A lot of glue on there. Yep. Okay. And let's do something on the back like here. Let's take, yeah, let's see, what can we do with that? Let's do an image with one of our new stamps. How about the tulips? Because there are tulips on our little pocket here. Not that, you know, you'd have to turn it over to see it, but that's okay. And I gotta reach around you, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna squirt my ink. I just squirt it when it's starting to get a little bit dry. Sometimes I'll squirt the little, you know, dauber thing, but I'm just gonna squirt the pad. Actually, this is big enough. I think I can just go in and just go all in on this. Okay, just gonna stick that down. I could just do it right on the pink, but I want it to really show up. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay. I get excited. And then, we're not done yet. We're gonna rip it. This is on a scrap of coffee dyed. It's actually the rest of the paper that this was printed on. So use it all, use it up. Use it up. Boy, that's a nice stamp. Really nice. It's my new one. Maybe we'll do the other one on the inside of the book. Oh, that's going to be pretty. Okay. Oops. Very simple. Just a really pretty image. And the kitty is scratching on the scratching post. I don't know if you can hear that. But they don't do it on my furniture, so scratch away. Scratch away in the post. Okay, where are we at? 35 minutes. Oh, we're in pretty good shape. The rest won't be too long. The rest won't be too long. You know, I was trying to keep these shorter, but sometimes it's just too hard. And honestly, it seems like the ones everybody likes the most are the longer videos. So I don't know why I thought I had to keep them really short. That's just in my head. Oh, I like that. I like it a lot. So a little bit more along here. I might think of something to put along here, but I think for right now that's okay. Okay, so let's do something maybe, what if, can I just do that? Oh, that could be cool. Yeah. Let's just do that on the inside. I mean, it's going to get a little bit lost in the text, but it just needs to be subtle. So I'm just, let's give her another squirt. I'm going to do it away from my paper so I don't get my paper wet. And because, you know, the bee is kind of a symbol of, it's kind of a French symbol, Napoleon Bonaparte. That was, I don't know, part of his symbolism, or he I don't know, he liked the bee or something. Anyway, I don't really know for sure, but I know it's a French kind of symbol. So there it is. Oh, I like that a lot. Okay, let's do one thing in the back. I've got some other little images. What if we take, it's very simple. Oop, it's from one of those botanical books. Yeah, we'll just ink it up and put that down. I'm not going to bother with trying to do little pockets in this book. I mean, it's so small. We just want to make it pretty. And, you know, I think it's going to be small enough depending on, you know, what size bag or purse the person has or backpack. It could actually just fit in there. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. Simple. Sometimes simple is just the best. Okay, get a little bit on that little guy right there. And then we have lots of the French text showing. So one thing I like to do after I've glued something down like this is I save like all of these you know, these little plastic wrappings from stickers and stuff like that. And I'm just gonna lay that in here so that as it dries, you know, it's not gonna stick to the next page. So if I'm worried about that, that's what I'll do. And there's your little notebook, and it's gonna go in the pocket, but we're gonna do that last. Okay, let's work on this front page. So I've been kind of going back and forth. One of the things, oops, sorry about that. We're gonna do, obviously, some flowers. Do some flowers and more botanical images. I'm gonna have to cut this off a little bit, but I want to bring in some of this blue and the pink tones. So I'm gonna ink them up. I'm gonna kind of go over like this. I know it's a lot of flowers, but it is our theme. I might do a little corner ripped of this paper up here to bring some blue up here. And then I printed off on coffee dyed paper some French phrases. This is actually France in Flowers, which is the title of this book. So I think that is gonna work too. I'm gonna just rip it out, tear it, and place up here in this area. So I think think that's a plan. I think that's it. So let's start with this little guy. Let's hear. I just want to like have a little bit of color up there because I don't want it to look too bottom heavy. So like just a little bit. And we're gonna, you know, I'm gonna give it some character, age it up a little bit so it doesn't look like a bright new piece of paper. And this is just a scrap from something. I like to use up those scraps. Yeah, that is pretty. That is pretty. Okay, let's put him down. We're getting there, we're getting there. This Friday, we will have 3 more layouts. And I don't know. I don't know what you guys think. I'm thinking I should do an art journal layout one of these days because I don't want you to get bored with the red toile. I mean, there's a lot to do, so I'm continuing to do it, but, you know, maybe I should, you know, switch it up a little bit. Don't want you to get bored. Because I've got, I think, 2 more layouts in the art journal and the cover, so we can finish that at some point. I'm inking up my nails, but that's okay, it'll come off. So I think I want to put the pink over, yeah, I'm going to put the pink over the blue. So we're going to put down the blue first. Oh yeah, that got nice and wet, so this is going to get cut off, obviously. See, like I said, sometimes I forget to look and make sure that you guys can see. Okay, so let's see where about we want this to go. Because I have to be mindful that I want our title to go up here. And maybe I put that down before the pink. That way if the pink goes over it a little bit, that could be kind of cool. And keep that on there. Yeah, I think I like that. So let's cut him off here. Just cut, where's the scissors? There we go. Cut him off about there, is that right? Yeah, that'll be right. And then we'll do a little extra inking down there. Okay, yeah, that is really pretty. Okay, shake, shake, shake. Shake your bottle, shake your bottle. Showing my age again. Okay. Whatever happened to that group? Who even was that? I can't remember. Shake your booty, shake your booty. I think that was the 80s. Was it 70s? I don't know. I remember all the music from the 80s, I think, because that was like, I was really into the music then. Okay. All right, so, okay. I like the way this is looking. So I'm just going to casually rip around. Trying not to get it too fat because I do want it to fit. And it's hard to rip, you know, when you don't have a lot to rip, it's harder. Like if I get it too, you know, or I don't have a lot to rip off, it's hard to have anything to grab hold of for the ripping. Oh, it's perfectly imperfect. Oh yeah, okay. Now we're talking, now we're talking. Gosh, we're almost done. I had this, you know, why do you suppose I pulled that out? I had a reason. What was I gonna put that on? I might have been wanting to go around here. That could be it. Sometimes I just pull out a bunch of stuff just in case, you know, just so I have stuff ready. Oh, that is so pretty. Okay, well, let's see where this is gonna land. because I like it kind of going over that a little bit. Yes. That's it. Okay. So remember where that is. Okay. I'm telling myself. Remember where that was. It's about 1/4 of an inch down. Yeah. Get it over a little bit. Oh, I love that. Oh, it's so pretty. So I just went into this website where you type in, you know, in English, the phrase, and it translates it to French. And then I just copied and pasted it into my document. Talk about lazy. And so I'm pretty sure it's accurate. I'm sure someone will tell me if it's not, but I think it's right. And I did a few other phrases. Unfortunately, I don't remember what this one meant, but I'm sure I'll find it. And this is, oh, flowers be the music of nature or something like that. Or some, I can't remember, but I have the English version somewhere. Okay, but doesn't it just like, I don't know, just sounds better, looks better that way. Just looks better in French. Okay, yeah, kind of around there. Just come up a little bit. Bust him off right there. I think this is gonna be a really pretty opening page for our book. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do with that string. Put it around the, line the page over here. Something that's, you know, it'll kind of frame it, but yet not take up a lot of, you know, thickness and a lot of space. It's pretty thin. Get it over to the edge. And we're going over our blue a little bit. She's coming up there. This is where it gets, I did not get any glue on that little guy. I might get it on here. If not, I can always also try to go in with a glue stick, you know, and just kind of swipe it on these little leaf ends here. But I might get it down. Oh, so pretty, so very pretty. Okay. All right, I think I'm gonna leave that for right now. So yes, we have, well, I was thinking about putting this down here, but the thing is, I think the book is going to cover it up anyway. So I don't really see the point in that. Let's see how it fits. Let's just see. Lift it up here. Oh yeah. I'm glad I trimmed some off because that fits in beautifully. So yeah, I'm just gonna go around that with that little trim and it's gonna be done. You never know, I might come back in later and do something. As I say, I like to kind of be with it a little bit. Let's see how we can do, boy, that just like globbed up. It was like, I'm coming out now and you can't stop me. Okay, just do a thin little bead. I was gonna do raffia, but I do raffia a lot, so maybe we'll do this little stuff. Like a I guess it's like a craft string, and I like it. Okay. We're just gonna go around. We're gonna go around the mountain here. And I'm not gonna worry about going in here. I think that would get in our way. I'm gonna turn the corner. Just hold on to it, turn the corner. I mean, you could even do this with hot glue, I guess. Hot glue's great for that, this kind of thing. And look how that just is like framing it. Maybe I should have gone to here. No, I think I better not. I might find something else to put there if I think I need it. I'm just like, does it look funny that it's kind of lopped off here? But I don't want it to get in that groove and cause problems. Oh, I like it. I really like it. Okay. Snip it off. Okay. I think that was, yeah, that was it. Okay. Okay, here we go. It's the finished product. I'm gonna put her in here. Nice and snug so that when you open the book, it's not going anywhere. But there it is, you guys. There's our front, our opening pages to France and Flowers Red Toile. I love the way it turned out. And I love that you joined me, and I love that you're here watching, and you know, I'm gonna say it again, commenting and subscribing and all that stuff. It means the world to me. Thank you so much, you guys. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.